EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Dragons of St. Louis taking on the Snowhawks of Rio de Janeiro. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. But you look at this defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Man, he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Howard now on 1st and 10. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed it went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Looking to throw on second down. Howard firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Across midfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. It's a big run there by Henry. 56 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Bulldozes past him, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. 78 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Henry is into the end zone. Touchdown.
This has a feeling of a back-and-forth game, and we've seen that in evidence already with each of these teams' opening drives. This is what you call a quick answer, as they go down the field in no time flat and finish with a touchdown run.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
To throw is Howard. Off play action. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Short pass to Howard. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Howard. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Howard. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Ventrell Miller, the one to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now 2nd and 9. Now it's Fields. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here we go.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Howard. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard. And everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Howard throwing to start the drive. This one caught by Kittle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Looking to throw. Howard. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. At the 1-yard line. Jones. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Snowhawks are able to widen their advantage. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, we're going up right here.
To throw is Fields. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Back to throw, Fields. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Fields now to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. That is caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Fields. He'll buy some time right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles got to like what his defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were in this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Howard throwing on 3rd and long. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And inside give to Jones. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down to inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones themselves. Just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for the variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They snap it to Fields. Short pass to Howard. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll over on downs. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Here's Howard throwing on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Howard now off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
To throw is Howard. Off play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's caught. Touchdown. Danny Gray, 35 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up his secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Fields. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a dump off here complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 5. Back to throw. Howard. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Howard from the gun on third down. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Meanwhile, Fields throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
They go play action here on 1st down. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Up the middle, Jones. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 75. And the Snowhawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, there's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to...
Derrick Henry all alone. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
Go, Chuck. Ready?
In the St. Louis first down.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go. Go.
On play action, Fields rolling to his right. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dragons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
Dragons 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Howard off the play fake. He'll find Jones again, complete. Finding space at the 40, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, the offensive
blitz coming, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Howard. And he fires one incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. They begin with Henry. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 128 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Fields. Quick throw there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter, and this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Howard. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Here we go, son.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go, son.
2nd and 10.
Alpha. Hey, Jared. Yep. All right.
Fields. Pressure comes and down he goes. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. And one last throw here for Fields. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Rio, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.